Hey, Lou Mosca, Chief Operating Officer of American Management Services. And you know, we've been focusing a fair amount recently on inflation, rising costs, and the impact of rising costs on independent business owners. So it's very rare that an owner will say to us, you know, that inflation's really killing me. What they will say typically is, you know, cost of my payroll's going up, cost of my fuel's going up, cost of my insurance is going up, cost of my raw materials is going up, and on top of that, they're all going up and I can't even get them. So that's how owners typically will talk. If you talk differently, if you walk around your office saying, man, that inflation, man, that inflation, man, that inflation, give me a call, correct me, okay? 800-743-0410. But all jokes aside, owners talk about what matters to them. And what matters to them typically is their people and their money. And rising costs impacts everything. So impact of inflation on a business owner, your margins go down. Your profit gets smaller. Paying your people costs you more. Getting a hold of raw materials can be a challenge. So let's talk about a couple of things you might be able to do to deal with or combat rising costs or inflation. So basic to me, always one-on-one, you should be raising your costs periodically. Don't be afraid to pass your costs along. So recently I had a trucker from Texas call me and he said to me, you know, he had a rate that he had agreed to with his primary customer to haul goods for him. And the customer would not let him raise his prices, even though the cost of fuel went from, argument's sake, $3 to $4 or a 33% increase. So I said to him, don't raise your prices, put a surcharge on. A temporary surcharge until the price comes back where it was when you quoted. And he called me back and he said, you know what? My client, my customer was okay with that. So you got to think a little bit, right? So one of the things you can do as an owner to combat inflation or rising costs is raise your prices. So if you have key accounts, raise your prices specifically for them, and then for everybody else, raise it higher. Just raise it higher. You have to not only cover your cost of the increase, but the increased margin you should get for on that increased cost to you. Second thing you can do, folks, and I will tell you, this is like business 101, manage by the numbers. You should know your numbers like the back of your hand. Revenue, margin, what salespeople are contributing what customers are contributing, what gross profit to you. You know, what accounts should you be fighting to keep? What accounts should you be fighting to get rid of? You should be managing by the numbers all the time. If your terms are net 30 days, don't let it go to net 40 or 45. That's costing you money. Next thing, pay down your debt. See, I just have this crazy philosophy. You should try to extend your line of credit to have more flexibility, but you shouldn't use it. And you want to pay down your debt because I think I read a few places the Federal Reserve is just going to keep raising interest rates throughout the course of 2022. So I read 3 half-point increases are coming. You know, if interest rates go up 2 or 3%, you're borrowing $1 million, it's real money. So you want to pay down your debt, you want to expand your line of credit capability, you want to manage by the numbers all the time, manage by the numbers, and raise your prices as much as you need to. Your key accounts are going to stick with you because their costs keep going up. So inflation, rising costs, how to do business in a crazy economy. You know, payroll is going up all the time, so you want to try to get more. So if you're paying for an 8-hour day, you want to try to get 6 or 7 hours productivity out of your day. There's just so many things you can do to help combat it. Don't just sit behind your desk and hope things get better, because they won't. So listen, every owner is usually pretty proactive about what goes on in their world, and I like to tease them that they should do more. Get out, meet your customers, talk to them, work your vendors, work your banker, work your insurance company. But if you have something absolutely unique that you know most people haven't thought of and you haven't shared with people and you want to chat with us, leave a note below. We'll communicate with you. We'd love to help. We want to help guys just like you. And if you like this video, click the like button, okay? Folks, subscribe to our YouTube channel, ring that bell, and stay up to date with everything we're putting out there for you from American Management Services. We're here for you. We love the independent business owner. We want to be of service. Give us a call anytime.